Record. Hi, everybody. My name is Beth. Welcome to call number 7 for the Southern Romantics new consultant webinar training. Tonight's call, which is 9/11/16, is about team building. Team building is the ultimate wealth of your business. It's what's going to boost your business to the next level. It's what's going to make things so much better just for you in general. So you need to make sure that you are planting those basic seeds at your parties. You should be doing this at every party by making sure that you are sharing your personal story, you are playing a recruiting game, and you are collecting the customer connection cards and using that as a conversation piece in the ordering room. You should always be generating 1 to 2 leads per party, depending upon the number of attendants are there. And you should ask every person. Basic 3 questions like when they come in the shopping room. Oh my God, how much fun did you have tonight? That's what I start out with. And then you could ask them, have you ever thought about doing what I do? And that just kind of plants that seed there, letting you kind of have that door into where you're going with that. Make sure that lead leaves with an opportunity packet. If you're over there going, what's an opportunity packet? I'm going to tell you about that. So I always say, I'm going to give you some information. I'm going to let you take it home with you, check it out. But I would love to follow up with you and see if Pure Romance would be a good fit for you. Can I give you a call in the next day or two? What day would work best for you? And just be like, oh, it's a quick call, 10 or 15 minutes, if that. See if you have any more questions about the business, so forth and so on. That way you've already planted that seed to follow up with her. So, like I said, if you're like, oh my gosh, what is an opportunity packet? Yay, I'm going to tell you all about it. You should always take her email too and be like, when I get home, I'm going to send you, an email over of the frequently asked questions for you to review. And so that's a handout. It will be posted in the webinar link later. It looks like this. Share screen. It is. Here we go, right here. Share screen. It should look like this when you open it up. It basically just has the basic questions that everybody asks when they sign up. How do I do it? How much do I make? How much does it cost to get started? How much money can I earn? What type of women sell Pure Romance? What type of training do they get? They get these cool webinars like this. Ha ha, how cool, y'all. What if they can't talk to a stranger about sex? We all didn't think that we would be doing this, and we do it every day. What if I just don't like it? What is the quota or recruit requirements? Will you have a website? How do I book parties? I have children at home. What is my role as a sponsor? Where can I find more info? It's just very simple. All of the different things that are there that they can go ahead and get in their mind, and those questions are already answered for them. So when you call them, they're not like, huh, what? You have a basis to go off of. So like I said, you are then you sent that opportunity packet home with them. and you're like, oh my gosh, Beth, I don't know what an opportunity packet is. I'm brand new to this. I've never had to do this. What is an opportunity packet? So in that opportunity pack, what most people have is that you can put it in a little folder. You can put it in like a cute little bag, or just some paper stapled together, whatever you like to do that works for you. Usually like a business card, so they know your info again, an opportunity brochure, which those came in your kit. You had, I think, 50 of those in your kit to give out to start with. So use those. Those were given to you for a reason. Also, a kit comparison sheet and a PRCEF form and a current catalog. So your kit comparison sheet is going to look like this. Usually these are in the back of the catalog, so if you go ahead and put a catalog in, I would just turn the catalog to these 2 pages, put it in your little opportunity packet. That way it's already there. We also have these, if you would rather like to print them out, that these are the old style, but I'm sure there's a new updated version somewhere. But it basically just shows them what they get, so they're not like, oh my God, what am I getting? Also in that packet, I said you put a PRCEF form. A PRECF form is a Pure Romance Consultant Enrollment Form. That's where you're going to get all their official information. If you want to that night, you can get them to fill out all this information and just take it and hold it for them, and then put in their credit card information once they get ready, or take all their information down and tell them you won't process this until they are ready. That way you've already got all the information that you need from them, and you can kind of go from there. It's also going to tell you what the shipping is, and the technology fee is already added, so all you have to do is add all that together. It does go off just a standard kit price, depending upon the sale at the current time. Just kind of slash through it and write in the price. That way they kind of have an idea that, it says that it was valued at $450 and it was $240, but they only paid $200. That way they're like, oh, I'm getting an even better deal than I was. So that's the PRCEF form. So again, in your opportunity packet, you're like, oh my God, what is that? It's going to be a little book usually, or a little folder. You got your business card, that opportunity brochure where it tells them basically yeah, you can do this. A kit comparison sheet, a PRECF form, and sometimes if you want to put that current catalog in there, you can. So then you have, number one, you've met them at the party. You've told them your story, how you got started doing this. You planted the seed. Oh my gosh, yes. So they come in the shopping room. Yeah, I'm like a 7, 6. I'm on the fence. I need to ask my husband. I need to see where I'm at. So you say, okay, that's great, Sally. Can I set up an appointment with you and to call you and follow up with you? What day works best for you? And then let's say it's Saturday and she says Tuesday. So on Tuesday you say, I'm going to call you 3 p.m. Does that work? She's like, yeah, that sounds great. Okay. So you give her her opportunity brochure. You give her your little packet, and you send her on her merry way. Then when you get home, you email her over those frequently asked questions, so she's kind of got an idea that's coming. And then on Tuesday, usually what I do is I will send a text that says, hey, Sally, this is Beth with Pure Romance. I'm just following up with you. I'm going to call you in about 5 minutes. Is that okay? Is that still good? And, that way that she knows I'm calling and she's not going to hit ignore. Or if she's busy, she can be like, oh, no, girl, can you call me in 30 minutes? Whatever. So usually when you're calling those people, we actually have a handout for that. It's called a recruit interview. It's going to guide you through the initial interview and help you know what to say and kind of not blurb out too much. There's also a effective communications guide and a handling objections document that will help you with a conversation. So, like I said, be aware of just blabbling out too much. Just keep it really short and simple. Let her ask you the questions. So, like I said, let me show you those handouts for the recruit interview. And this is recruit interview guide number 1. So you'll put in all her information. You'll have that pretty much already because you've got her customer connection card. And then if she told you like, oh, this is my husband, or I have children, or, you know, like, doesn't have children, maybe she has pets, or, you know, she's a college student, or, you know, just write a little note like, so you know, oh, how are blah, 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 or, you know, you can kind of relate to her without specifically to the what you're calling for. Samantha, what interests you about the business? Why they think they want to do it? Is there anything standing in their way, and why they want to get when they want to start getting paid? So that is recruiting interview number 1 sheet, and then share screen. Share. This is the Effectives Communication Guide. So this is basically like how many times you tried to call her, what you said to her, her personal info, key questions to ask, kind of like just like the breaking down of the interview questions. If you had a face-to-face, if she shadowed a party, if she had a launch party. And then this is the best one. How to handle their objections if they're like, I don't have the money, my husband, let me talk to my husband, I'm just not a salesperson, I couldn't do what you do. Like, these are answers that you can be like, feel, felt, found. If they say they don't have time, well, you know, this is a business where you make your schedule. You know, you want to do one party, you want to do 15. What if it doesn't work for me? You know, there's always that person that's like, I don't know, I just don't know if I can do this, or it's just not right for me. So these are like very simple objections, like how to overcome them and not be like, oh my God, what am I doing? So you've got them on the phone, you have called them up, you have asked them all those interviewing questions, and you've not word vomited on them, and you're like, okay, how do I explain the value of our different kits? And don't use the word cheap. Our kits are not cheap. They are all great values. They all have great products, so they're not cheap. Don't use that word. Ask more questions and guide your recruit to what they are thinking, as in, okay, I'm just really, I don't know if I want to do this 1, 2, 3 days a week, or I want to do this once a month. So a standard is usually like the hobbyist who's like, I think I'll give a party once a week. We'll see, you know, where it goes, what it's going to do for me. Platinum these are not in order. Platinum is a career. They're going to do 3 parties a week, and this is going to replace their full-time income. And then deluxe is an entrepreneur, 2 parties a week, and to steadily grow the business. People that get the deluxe kit, which is the middle kit, performs 57% better than the recruits to start with a standard. It's not necessarily, you know, it just is a statistic they have. But you can blow them out of the water with the standard also. We just prefer them to go deluxe and just hit the ground running. So just be careful of your words, of how you like steer them in the direction of, oh, if they're saying, oh, I want to do 1 party here or there, or no, I want to do 4. I want this to be my full-time job. Steer them towards that deluxe and going that way more than anything. Once she has signed up, always call her, be like, okay, I'm going to set up, you know, our second time together or a call together, and we have a recruiting interview sheet number 2 for that. It goes more in depth. It helps her set her goals. It helps her choose dates for her first party. And that looks like this. 2. Yeah. Bam. It's going to have all of her, like, all these, you can ask her all these questions like, what is her background? What does she like or dislike about her job? What drew her to Pure Romance? What does she hope to gain from this? How much money would she like to earn? What would she like to do with the monies? How many nights a week is she willing to work? How many parties is she willing to do? Which evenings work for her? Because, you know, some people are like, oh, I don't only want to work on Tuesdays, not Fridays, you know, whatever. It's their job. They can do what they want. Make sure that you tell her, like, all these things about how to get the parties on her books and how to make money, how to get practice, how to lay a firm foundation for her business. Tell her, you know, I'm agreeing to teach you, train you, give all the information you need to do. Do you think you can do this with me? Set dates for her Pop the Box, her launch if she wants you to attend, and the second launch that she's going to throw herself. Make sure you have her do that 40 people in 4 minutes. Who does she know? So she can introduce herself. Also give her this information that says, like, hey, how to call people, how to introduce herself to them and say, I'm booking parties and I really need your help. Please help me. Tell her how to book her next few parties. Go ahead and encourage her to write those down. Call, set aside some time for you to talk to her each week for the first few weeks just to help her get, you know, her things in order. Set aside or show her the new trainings that we offer. Just invite her to meetings, get her there, get her excited. Very simple, how to grow your team and make it easy and get it there to where it needs to be. So you have met her at a party. You have introduced yourself. You've planted a seed. You brought her in the shopping room. She was a 6. She said she was interested. You sent home opportunity stuff with her. You emailed her. You followed up with her. You did that follow-up call. She was like, oh my gosh, yes, this is for me. Or she was a little undecided, and maybe you had a coffee date with her, a second interview or a second, you know, like hangout. And she signed up at that coffee date, and you're like, oh my God, my first recruit, what do I do? So then that's where you point her towards the new consultant webinar training. You give her those things on the recruit interview number 2. You bring her to meetings, and you slowly teach her how to grow her business just like we have been taught. There's always there's training. There's so much training everywhere. You point her towards the party school. You get her on that ASAP. And so then you've got her. She's on it. She's on track to track her business. So you're just slowly going to remember. I have a guard dog. Please ignore him. You're slowly going to teach her how to stop. You're slowly going to know that you need the Me Plus 3, the Race to Senior Consultant, and 50%. So once you have signed 3 recruits that have activated, you will be promoted to Senior Consultant, and that bumps you up to a 50% buying discount. So that's like, woot, woot, get in my money pocket. Then you also, if you hit your monthly minimums, you get a lifestyle bonus for hitting that, plus whatever commission off of those girls that you helped recruit. So that was call number 7. Like I said, we recapped on everything that needs to be handled on how to recruit. So your homework is to create you an opportunity packet and share it on the new consultant Facebook page. You know, show everybody what you're putting in that thing. Update your PR, frequently asked questions, to reflect your info. So it's editable. Once you insert it into a Word document, you can put all your stuff in there. You're not Megan anymore. You are now Samantha, Beth, Jean, Lewis, Bob, whoever you are. And then identify 3 potential recruits for next week. So check your CCCs, your Facebook post, your guests. If that person like just wrote on Facebook, oh my God, I hate my job, it sucks so bad. Send her a message. Hey girl, I saw your post about you hating your job. I just love my job. Girl, I'm staying at home all the time now. And then she's gonna ask, what are you doing? You know, of course, because she's like, oh my God, I gotta do what you're doing. How do I get that money you making? Also, like, just kind of slowly reach out to them. I wouldn't go directly into, oh my gosh, you need to sell Pure Romance. Like I said, I would check in. Hey girl, I saw you hated your job. You know, what are you doing now? I'm doing this. I'm just kind of, or I love my job. And just kind of plant that seed, because she's going to ask you. And then when she asks, you can kind of, oh, I'm selling Pure Romance. We do in-home parties. And she's like, well, what? You know, and tell me about it, and so forth and so on. So you're not overwhelming her with the potential information. So like I said, just call number 7, team building, how to build your team, because that's the wealth of your Pure Romance. And then your homework was create an opportunity packet, update your PR, frequently asked questions, and identify 3 potential recruits. Next week's call will be called Going Forward. So I hope to see you then. And it was great.